It's gonna go live. Hey, we are live. Scott, we are live.
Not yet. We're not. Are we live now?
Yeah, we're live right now. How about that? Hey, yeah, we are live.
Okay.
Welcome,
Hey,
everybody.
everybody.
This is the Lynn and Scott Show, and today we're gonna talk about what? New Year's resolution? I
We're
don't know
going to
about that.
talk. Yeah, also known as the BS promises we make ourselves on New Year's Eve, thinking that we're going to fulfill them in the coming year. But rarely do we ever do that. So we're going to be talking about that. New Year's resolutions.
Yeah, we're gonna pick a little fun about it anyhow.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Let's have some fun with it.
absolutely. We'll be right back.
Grab your friends, find your enemies and make amends, and we'll meet in the middle. Take the pride and set it aside. My hands will build you a shield, and we'll solve the riddle.
And I will remember next week to finish that and make it longer so you can hear the rest of the lyrics of that song. So stay tuned for next week for that song.
Whose song is that? Where did they come from?
It comes from it's one that
it's part of the program, right?
Yeah. No, Anyways, hey Scott, the other Scott's here. I've been waiting for the show to come back for a week. We were here last week. Oh, since last week?
Scott, were we here last week? Yeah, we were here. We haven't missed a week.
But it's been a whole week.
He must have been just sitting at his computer the whole week waiting for us. I hope you got
hope
you had food delivered and you were okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in, Scott.
We're so glad you're here. So we're going to have a little fun about this whole and this is the birthday boy today. John, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear John. Big, also known as Big Jack, Septic, Not Skeptic, Tag, Syracuse, New York. Happy birthday to you, and many more.
Oh, John, thanks for tuning in. It's really John's birthday?
Yes, it is. And Jerry, hi.
Happy birthday, brother.
Yes, it is his birthday. No jokes.
Happy birthday.
Oh, you're awesome. And we've got Karen here, too.
Karen's here. Oh, we've awesome. Janet. Hey, Janet missed our last show, so I'm glad she got a chance to tune in this time. One of our great Live Out Loud followers down here in Florida.
Yay. That's so exciting when we can get them to intertwine.
That's the plan. Mm-hmm. That's the plan.
And I don't care what you say. I'm saying hi to Mama. Hi, Mama.
Hi, kids. All right. Thanks, Mom. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I'm glad she keeps tuning in, but it's breaking the bank. I got to pay her to do it. Yeah, everybody's sending out happy birthdays to John there.
John,
there you go, John. Yep. You got strangers saying happy birthday to you. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, listen, 3 days left. 3 days left in 2021.
Yep.
And all I could say is thank goodness. Thank goodness. 2020 and 2021 have been the most awful, confusing, crazy years. Just with everything with the COVID and the all sorts of crisis going on, political upheavals and everything else. I hope we figure out a way to do things better in 2022, Lynn. I really do.
I'm not going to lie. Since I turned 50, it's been chaos for me. No joke.
It's only because when you turn 50, you no longer know what's going on around you.
No, seriously. My mother passed away the one year, then my brother passed away, and then just a lot of different things, just on and on and on and on. So I think a 22, an even year, I think it's just only, I think, I only look 42. That's right.
See, John's our age too. His eyes are going.
So, but what I've been learning about NLP and all this other stuff and Rex Sykes and everything, everything that's in the past, you can't, it's like an illusion. Well, all this stuff, NLP and all that stuff and hypnosis and all this stuff. But, when you realize that the past is the past and you can't dwell on it and you got to let it go and things like that, it helps the aging process. It does.
Absolutely. Learning to let go and to live on in spite. And hey, Tim, how are you? Michael is with us. And with everybody. Boy, thanks for coming out. Hey, everybody
Yes.
wants to see us one last time during the 2021 year.
Oh
You
my
know,
gosh.
so
Yes,
many
Scott, I
good
hate to
things.
tell you, I'm not doing this show no more this year. This is it.
That's it. Oh,
That's it. That's what.
if I got to hear from one more person, I'll see you next year. I'm like, come on. Did that in grade school, people.
And you see, nothing's changed. That was my point. So, which brings the reason why the hell we do New Year resolutions. I mean, come on. Like, what the heck?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know.
that's why we have question mark here. Like, really? Like, I found out that, New Year's resolutions really is like there's no point. It's just like the Mondays, right? You always say, "Oh, I'm gonna start that diet on the Monday." That's just, why don't you just say, "Hey, I'm gonna gain 20 pounds by Monday,"
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
exactly.
that's what's gonna happen.
Well, I think I don't understand. If I could not do something all year, what is so special about this night that's going to magically transform my thinking and my motivations to make me do it? Starting Saturday, what is it that's going to change? Nothing has changed. If I'm still the same person, I'm not going to pick up these new things. I'm not going to do these new things. This is, change is a concerted effort. It's not like the genie. You don't just get to say, hey, this year I'm going to look fabulous. This year I'm going to lose weight. This year I'm going to, and we got a whole list and we'll go through that. But it doesn't happen that way. And I think people, then the minute they slip, all of a sudden, well, they give up on it. So
Well,
think about any change in your life, Lynn. I mean, some changes happen immediately. That does happen on occasion. But most changes happen because we make a concerted effort to change our behaviors. Isn't that right?
yeah, but I think it's just since last year, I mean, okay, so that was 55 years, but I think it's a point of gauging everybody. Go, so do you do a New Year resolution? And it's basically to say, oh, so you're one of those procrastinators, or you get on one of those little top of the topic trendy trend thing to say that you're one of those people that, it's like a peer pressure thing. Oh, let's just say we're going to do this, so that, like Lent, some people say they're going to give something up for Lent. I mean, it's almost, and I hate to, make it political or I mean religious or this or that, but some people say they're going to give something up for Lent and then they don't, or whatever, or different times or different things. I mean, it just, everybody says, oh, let's give something up, and the people that try, because like most of the US, at least for the US, they say, oh, let's get on a trend of let's exercise. I mean, come on, gym memberships are going to be up from like right this minute till January 15th. Go check
Yeah.
the gym February 15th and see where
Yeah.
they're at. It's such a trend.
There's still going to be 7 people in there working out, even though they just picked up 2,000 new memberships. There's still only 7 people that go in and do it.
Yeah.
You can give in, you can give out, but never give up. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Well,
Yeah, Lynn, you're absolutely right. I mean, we get all excited about change and everything else, but I think one of the problems before we get, because I know this is going to end up, we're going to end up giggling like we always do. We're going to end up like forgetting what we're talking about. Before we do, I want to ask everybody to get on board with one change for this year. For 2022, I want more awareness, more help, more involvement in helping to defeat addictions, alcoholism, and mental health disorders. We're never going to defeat them and make them go away, but what we can do is we can get involved. We can help people who need the help. We can step out of our comfortable little lives and go help somebody who is out in the street or down the street, or maybe a member of our family, help them to get the help that they need, so that hopefully we can start going backwards with the numbers that are only going up, which is overdose, suicides, and people who are lost in depression. Let's see what we can do about that this year. That's my promise. I want everybody else to join me in that promise that we're going to pay more attention and we're going to help more people. You can do anything you want to yourself, but the truest way to raise your spirit and to raise who you are as a human being is to help another. So let's see if we can do that this year. That's enough with the serious shit. Now we can laugh.
And where I say, and where Scott and I meet in the lines of that, let's try to remember just to tell everybody we love them, we appreciate them, what we love about them, and celebrate them while they're here. And as long as we're doing that, if something does happen to them, they did not exit this earth without knowing how loved and appreciated they are. Because it is sad how cherished and celebrated people are when they're gone. And so with those two combined, I think we can make a difference in the world.
Well said, Lynn. Well said, hon. Just horrible feeling to feel like you left things unsaid with somebody who's no longer here. And it's a horrible feeling to think you could have reached your hand out before it got too late. So let's do that.
And it is a horrible thing that most people would have survived if they only knew that what people thought about them. If they knew that they were loved, or if they knew that they made a difference in somebody else's life, that could make a big difference in their life to hang on and to switch their life around.
Absolutely.
I'm
Absolutely.
serious. I am.
Hey,
dead serious.
somebody did it for me, and they pulled me from the pits of hell. And and I'd love to tell you that I help everybody I meet, and I don't. I'm human. I try my best. I do what I can do. But Karen and I, that's why we work together and been working together all these years, is because we believe the more people that we make aware, the more boots we have on the ground, the more people we have helping people, and the more we can get done. The more we can get done. And Lynn, you share that sentiment, and that's why we get along so well. Not to mention the fact that you and I known each other since the burning bush on the mountain. So I mean, we've known each other a very long time. So,
but again, look at when we did meet up in 12th grade. We didn't have to talk. We hugged, we kissed, we just respected each other, and that's just how it is. And that's how I am in the world. Matter of fact, I've been doing something. Now, I don't want no compliments about this or anything, but I got to tell you something I've been doing lately. It's been really making me feel good. And I actually got caught doing it. And that wasn't the point of me doing this, but it's been feeling really good. Okay, so like December, the day before Christmas, I actually went and didn't have a place to eat or something beforehand because it was crowded. And I went ahead and I went through a McDonald's. Don't really care for McDonald's, but I ended up buying the people like 3 cars behind me their foods, right? That was just fun. But then my grandkids, they like chicken nuggets. I don't want to hear it. That's a big deal for them. They were in the car, and I did it today though, and the kids saw that I did that. But the people behind me that I did it for, all of them, they kind of caught me because they wanted chicken nugget pieces. I had to wait for my stuff, so everybody went by and thanked us. So I was like, damn it. But it felt really good to do that for people,
Absolutely.
And they literally were so happy, and it made their day. And so, like I said, it's just the little things you can do for people to reach out and like I said, it's really cool. So I think I'm gonna start going to McDonald's just for a dollar soda or something, and just go through. It's like so much fun. And I think I mean, it's just McDonald's, but I mean, what I felt for those people that night was that they were stuck there was like everything was closing. There was like no places to eat. So like McDonald's was the only thing. So I was like, here's, look, how much is theirs and how much is theirs? And I was like, it was so much fun to do that.
People used to do things like that. And, and that's just, Mom is saying there that you practice random acts of kindness. Yeah. And that's what elevates us as people, is the ability to do that, to think about the people who are in the line behind us.
Yeah.
Or when you're in the supermarket, have you ever seen somebody have to put food back? Like they're checking out their food and they're like, okay, well, they're like $5 short, and they got to like, okay, let's take this out or take that. Give them the damn $5. Do something.
Well,
what difference does it make? I mean, it's about us elevating each other.
Yeah. The one night I thought I was going to get caught when I did it because they were following me, and I went into a church parking lot and there was a bunch of people, for in church. So they figured, oh, it's a church person doing that. And that was nice. And they didn't follow me in the parking lot because I didn't want them to follow me at home or anything like that. So it was pretty funny. But this time I was like, damn, chicken nuggets got me busted. I didn't want to, wasn't staying around to find that out. But again, it was just, like I said, just the act of kindness to go out and stuff. So, but the cool thing is I got to tell you why I've been doing this. It's because the other night, my 27 years, my daughter's been with me, but she's got a boyfriend, and they live out of town. His family's from out of town. So she went to go be with them. So this is 27 years. All of a sudden I was without my daughter and I was home alone, been in the same house for 25 years. Nobody was here. So I went out gambling. I won a little money. So now I've been taking a little bit of money and just going places and just regifting the money. So that's
Well,
so
good
yeah.
for you for winning.
And then I'm just sharing it. So what the hell? You know? So yeah. Anyways. So look at that. That's great.
Deliver carloads of food to the rescue mission Christmas Day. People are so appreciative. Yeah, making donations,
awesome.
cleaning out your closet, dropping it off at the rescue mission or over at the homeless shelter, just dropping off your old clothes and your old shoes and things like that. It can mean the world to somebody, and it's, but we'd rather just throw our stuff away and it's not think about that stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
all those things, your old glasses, old cell phones, donate those things.
Yeah.
Somebody out there can use them. It's just, this is about becoming a better you. It's not about what you're doing for somebody else. This elevates who you are as a person. And don't go to McDonald's.
That's the closest thing to help. But anyways,
I know.
But seriously, and all kidding aside, is it why it takes us getting in our 50s to be wiser is beyond me. But so be it. At least it happened in my lifetime or whatnot. But we just realize all the different things. Yeah, Wendy's. I should have went down to Wendy's. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. Thank you, John, for loving our show. We appreciate you being here. It means a lot. I know you're a guy that barely, you're always working. You're always constantly going, and you only have a time for a cigar every now and then. He's always just a workaholic. So,
well, he is the only skeptic in Syracuse, New York, so he's very busy.
Oh my gosh, leave it
Love
to
you,
a
John.
Dyslexic girl. I can't help it. Oh man.
May as well have fun with it then, right?
Yeah, I know, right? Exactly. But seriously, all kidding aside, if we could, I'm excited to take your course that you have for the intervention. Oh, look at him. He did a big laughter on that one. Big laughter for the skeptic. Well, he's the only skeptic in town. Oh my goodness. But I'm looking forward to taking a course, but doing the Rex Sykes thing and, life on your own terms type of thing. And alleviating so many of the things that bog our mind. I'm really excited and wish that I had the tools that I've learned and learning that, I wish other people could relieve some of the things that we traumatically keep playing in our heads, and this whole thing about we feel bad every year saying we did a New Year's resolution and I didn't keep that last year. Let me try something new. And now at our age, people are picking words, for the year. Yeah. I did one last year. Picking a word that means something to you because people realize that doing a New Year's resolution doesn't work for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So mine was do it anyways. And I did. I did it anyways. And I wrote a book and I traveled and I did a lot of stuff. So my word thing worked last year. It worked so good that I was surprised. I didn't plan to write a book last year, but I did. That was not even, I just knew that whatever I feared, it was not going to be an excuse, no excuses kind of thing. We have so many excuses for everything. Why don't we just say, no, not going to do it?
Lynn, I'm right there with you because I think that I think my phrase for the year coming would be creative. We've got a lot going on with our company. Thank goodness, we're helping a lot of people, but there's more ground to be broken. There's more things we can do, and that creates opportunities. Be creative, think outside the box, and offer people new ways of thinking about things and new ways to do things. Also being creative is spending more time in my studio playing music. And I got a friend of mine coming over, was supposed to come over this coming weekend. And unfortunately she's got COVID. So we're putting it off, but she's a singer and we're both kind of like into music and we're going to try writing some songs together. We're going to see how that works. But it's something I wanted to do with somebody that she's got the style that I'm looking for and stuff. And she's just a really good friend. So I'm looking forward to that. And I got easel, canvases, paints, and everything. And in the back corner over on this side of the room, on that side of the room, is going to be my art studio where I'm going to start painting. I'm going to start trying my hand at painting. I've done chalk, and you can see I do chalk work, and that's my work. But I want to try my hand at painting. I've always wanted to, and I'm going to see how I do with it.
And
but I want to be creative this year. I want to enjoy and explore all the different things I can do.
And hey, we found out that Mama can draw. So hello.
Oh, my mom can paint. I feel like I'm having an earthquake here. I'm sorry about that. There we go. Okay. My mom, she's incredibly talented with painting. And she took it up during COVID. She saw a situation and said, all right, I can sit around. I could be bored, or I could be like, feeling sad because I can't do what I used to do. Or I could find something else to do. And she's always been like the artsy fartsy person, but never went fully in on it. And she went totally in on and now she's doing paintings on commission for people.
That's awesome.
That's incredible, right?
That's awesome. So it's never too late to try anything. Never.
So maybe instead of the New Year's resolutions, Lynn, maybe people need to adopt one attitude and see what that attitude opens up for them. For you, what was yours?
Well,
that was last year.
Well, yeah, do it anyways type of thing. But I think this year I'm really I'm trying to simplify my mind and really like it's going to be even more positivity that I'm what's here? Keep her mind going. Yeah, keep. No, but seriously, the whole thing of I'm changing a lot of mindset. A lot of mindset and my belief system. And this year I'm challenging my belief system on a lot of things. And so things that I would have said before, I find that there's better ways of articulating them or not to see them that way, because I'm trying to trying to recreate what the subconscious mind is thinking.
Okay.
So I'm working on that.
In a more positive light. So you're looking
looking
towards starting from your core with positive, as opposed to starting with skepticism and everything else.
Yeah,
or whatever else might come up. You'd rather try to make that more positive.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense. And maybe just adopting a more positive attitude and becoming more positive in our reactions and actions. Because that is a training, though. We have to train ourselves to do that.
Well,
you don't just say, I'm going to be positive.
Yeah. Well, I think, too, is because I'm very, very intuitive. But when I'm being intuitive, I quickly my ego goes, oh, you think you know that. I second guess my intuition because I'm like, you can't be right about that. And I was like in Clubhouse the other day, and I knew somebody like needed to talk, and I like called the person out and said, if you're doing okay, and if you want to ask a question and blah blah blah, and I said some things, it's like, Lynn, you were right on, like I read the room, and I just knew she needed to talk, and I said some things that she needed to hear, and I don't normally go in a room and do that, and I let my ego just say, I don't care, I just need to say this, and usually I would bow down and not stand on my power, and I did. And it was for the greater good. And so I think, listening to, it's fine. We got like that three entity, we got that side that's just very confident. And then we got that side that's very, reserved. And then we've got that side that's, wishy-washy kind of thing, so I'm kind of just meshing and knowing, just building my confidence more and knowing that I'm here, I'm doing what I got to do kind of thing,
Absolutely. So, I think that's a good thing. I think that is a very good thing. And I think people probably would be more successful if they would take these kind of ideas into the new year. It's really easy to say, I'm going to lose weight.
Yeah.
I'm going to lose weight. That's my New Year's resolution, is to lose weight. How is that possible to even make that resolution without understanding everything that goes into it? And I think that's where people make a mistake. They're like, well, what do you mean I can't eat Oreos?
Yeah.
What do you mean I have to actually go out and walk or exercise? What is that? No, I just want to lose weight. Well, it's a bullshit idea to do things that way. So maybe it's better to say, I want to adopt a more healthy lifestyle and open myself up to new ideas and let them flow out wherever they come from.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that idea is to exercise more. I'd like to exercise more. But I don't want to say that. You know what I want to say is I want to say I want to be more creative, and I want to just feel better about my physical being. So
Right.
whatever that entails, and that entails me taking my nutrients and my vitamins, my aminos, my acid, and my minerals, and doing all that, which I'm not good at. I know I'm not, Karen. Thank you very much. I can preach it, but I don't do it. But I also have the opportunity. I've got a gym in my house. I got a gym in my neighborhood, and I got a gym that I belong to.
But
I
having
got
a
3
gym and
gyms.
not doing it, it doesn't work.
Exactly.
Right? Action.
Exactly.
Action. So
How
you
many
see,
people own a piece of gym equipment and use it to hang their clothes on? I really want to know that.
Well, I am part owner of that club on one part of my machine. I won't lie. So yeah, absolutely. But you see, 98% of it is training your subconscious to know that. And then the 2% is taking the action because you already know that you should be doing that. But John, that's really sweet of you. Thank you. And thank you so much. I don't underestimate my myself, but thank you, Janet. I'm just saying that I just sometimes think, and I realize that people, I've got to, it's a matter of boundaries. I know that I can come off like I want to save the world sometimes, and yet I've got to realize that I'm not here to save the world. I have to have people's permission to save or to say or be of service or help them when they need it. Because one thing I've learned is everyone's here to have their own lessons, and we're here to help each other when we're called upon and asking for the help, because we all have to, like you get asked to go up to the board, either you ask to go up there, you ask to be the question or whatever. It's just different timing kind of thing. So I'm just learning to make sure.
And learning to paint, I had to be willing to make some bad artwork sometimes.
Yes, that's you cannot start out perfect. And you should have saved that. I hope you saved something.
She did.
Did you? That's great, because people say, "Oh, what kindergartner did that?"
She painted over a few, but she did save a few of them from the beginning. Because part of that is also being able to look back at your journey.
Yes.
If you forget where you started, you don't realize just how much progress you've made.
Exactly.
So you've got to know that when you first grabbed the bicycle, you fell on your ass. You got to know that. Because then the first time you can make it around the block without falling down, it's a huge accomplishment. Right. And that's how we grow, is by seeing where we were and where we are now.
And you know what, Scott? And that is why I allowed myself to publish my book without an editor, because the editor wasn't available at my time frame. And I gave myself, I said, Lynn, that's perfect, because you can only go up from here. Because if you start all polished, where do you go from there? Like anything, you need to have a starting point to show where you're at and where you grow from there. So, and there's Nicole. Hi, Nicole.
If I'm singing a song, the first time I sing it, it never comes out good. If I'm learning to play guitar, you can never make those certain chords. There's still chords I'm working on that I can't make with my fingers, and I try it, and it just doesn't come out right. But if I stop because my first attempt was bad, then I'll never get where I want to be.
Oh my
this
God.
Isn't about the resolution. Let's just throw away the resolutions and come up with New Year ideas. What is our New Year's idea? My idea is to be more creative and to be open with my creativity, to share it with people. That's it. I want to lose weight. I want to do all those things, but wow, I just want to be out there. What do we have here? Yes,
Deanna, I agree. It's not to save the world, it's to save me first. And that's exactly right. And this comes back to when I was 29 and I had a hysterectomy and I was hemorrhaging to death, and I got to live, and I didn't think I'd see my 3 girls grow up. I was just so grateful to live that they must have thought I was crazy because I was able to, be alive. And I just wanted to save the whole world from there, because it's just being a death door just was not fun. Trust me. But again, you just got to realize I would have never appreciated where I was if I didn't go through that. So again, it's just one of those things where you do have to take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else. And then, you're put in places where you can help other people, but you've got to know that if you're called for it, then fine. If not, You just can't like go around saving everybody either. I mean, you can and you can't. That's a topic for some other time.
I
It
know,
really
I
is.
know.
It's a deep one.
I mean, it's lessons from the airplane before takeoff. Put the mask over your own face first,
Yeah.
because if you run out of oxygen, you're not going to be able to help the person next to you.
Yeah.
But I also think they made a judgment call and realized most married couples were so miserable. They figured, let him go, woman, save yourself. I think that's what that was all about.
But I also thought about this though too, Scott. The thing
What?
is you have that mask on, right? And you're
Yeah.
like, they didn't say how long I had to keep this mask on either, right?
There you go.
Yeah, that's for another show some other time too. Again,
But
I mean, you only know how much you need, but again, the bottom line is that we're back to resolutions.
yeah,
About not making
this,
resolutions.
yeah, I mean, stop with the resolutions. Stop with the short-term ideas. I'm going to quit this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to change that, and start thinking about the change of yourself and the entirety of that. If you don't change your attitudes and everything else, you cannot lose weight. If you do not change your attitudes and everything else, you cannot be a better person. If you don't change your attitudes and everything else, you cannot quit smoking. Whatever you want to do, it's not done by simply saying, I'm going to stop doing that. It's done by saying, I'm going to start adopting new attitudes, new ideas, and new confidences. Like you were saying, Lynn, about having that confidence to come forward and say, this is what I want to do, and this is what I'm going to do. Without that confidence, we're just kind of cowering in the corner and hoping it'll work. You got to have confidence, people. So adopt a New Year's idea. Stop looking for the resolutions. Adopt a New Year's idea for yourself. What's it going to be? More creative, more caring, whatever you want it to be. And then just build from there.
And can I honestly just say this? Truly, it's a matter of it's always now. Because what we have is right now. We don't even have a half an hour ago when we started the show. Let's just say, let's be realistic to the point that some of us, and I'm sorry, but it's true, some of us may not even make it to 2022. And sorry, but that is the facts.
all of our listeners, we're hoping you all do. But if there's people that do have to go, I've got a list if anybody would like to see it. Some of us aren't going to make it. Oh my God!
No, I'm just saying, like we're not going to make we're not going to make
on a happy note.
A good list, a bad list. You see, that's perception. You see, it's as we see it, and as we see it, you were thinking I was saying a 5-0 list. You didn't
make sure all you guys check in.
About.
Make sure all you guys check in next year on our show next Tuesday, which will be a new year. Make sure you check in, or else Lynn's going to think you're dead.
No, you see, that's how you seen it. That's not how I said it. It was an open-end question.
You said some of us might not be here. Where were they going to go? Mars?
No, they might not be here to see our show.
Well, that's not what you meant.
As you said, I left the class open.
That's not what you meant.
No, you see, it's how you see it. Like I said, it's how you see it, buddy. It's how you see it. It's how you see it.
Yeah, F you too.
It's my story.
I'm telling you.
I'm cracking myself up. Cheers here. Cheers.
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 Got our sparkling waters going here. But anyway, gosh. Listen.
You want to go through some of these?
Here's the thing. You know why we want it's not today, Lynn. You know why people don't start things right now? Is because everybody wants what's that last hurrah, that last moment. It's like, I'm not going to quit smoking now because if I do, I won't have the chance to have that last cigarette. And they think it's going to be a glorious experience to have that last cigarette. And you know what? It's going to taste as shitty as the one you just had 5 minutes ago. And it's not going to be special. People do it all the time when they go into treatment. I want to go out for one last night of drinking, one last night of using. And some people die when they do that. You're right. I mean, there is no tomorrow for some people. Yeah. But it doesn't change anything, because I've seen people who've done that and they said, did it make a difference to you? And they're like, no, not at all. It makes me want to drink more. So if you're going to start making changes in your life, start making changes now. Coming up with arbitrary dates. I mean, why don't we just say on February the 3rd, I'm going to do this? Just stop with the arbitrary dates, start making the changes. And the changes don't have to happen all at once. Just start working towards it. And what'll happen is you'll adopt new attitudes and new ideas, and then you're going to be fine. Actually, Deanna just made a good point. She says fear is debilitating.
Well,
Here's what fear is, Deanna. Fear is this: if I want to go from New York to Miami, and I'm at the airport, I'm not afraid of going to Miami. I'm excited to go to Miami. I'm afraid of leaving what I know. And so I don't want to take my foot off the tarmac. The real fear is in letting go of our old thinking. Grabbing onto new thinking is exciting for us. It's exciting for everybody. It's letting go of the old thinking, because if I let go of my old vices and my old thinking, what do I have left? Does that make sense, Lynn?
not only that, it's your stories that we hang on to.
Yeah.
The stories we hang on to, and definitely the thing that we have, big thing, is that we're always thinking that we always have that other day, and we should know that until we change our mindset, we have to create it and think it and feel it within for it to show up. We have to create it, think it, for it to be. So if you don't believe it, how can you see it?
Yeah.
And how can you achieve it? You can't.
Yeah.
You got to believe it.
You're never going to believe you can do anything perfectly right off the bat. Sometimes we think we can, but then we find out through epic failure that we cannot do anything perfectly when we first try it. But by just those little, it's like that painting is just a little better than the last one I did. Yeah. And if you could celebrate in those, then you can start to believe that I can take the next step. So celebrate the small victories, take little steps. Carrie, John, Janet, all the people who have joined us, Deanna, all the people who have joined us today. Thank you so much for making this like sharing all your thoughts with us and stuff.
We love it. We love it.
This is cool. Big rack of ribs before I die. Thanks, Jenny. I always count on her for something just out of the blue.
Yeah, I love it. But seriously, if we can start thinking about what we want, and no matter what you want, you got to feel it. You got to believe it. You got to know in your heart that, it didn't take 10 minutes to gain that 20 pounds you want to lose. It's going to take a few days. It's going to take a process. You got to be nice to yourself. You got to, you don't have to deprive yourself. You got to believe that I'm going to take some time and it's going to be done. And I'm going to cut corners to get back where I want to be. Or I'm going to work a little bit harder to earn and get back where I want to be. You got to do little compromises or whatever. But if we have some grace with ourselves and we can laugh at ourselves,
right,
and give ourselves permission, then we are definitely going to be okay in the long run. And here we have another celebrity, another podcaster here. Thank you, Linda, for being here.
She hopes it's still alive.
We are live. Yes,
we are live. We are
live.
Live and in color.
But yeah, so those are some of the, New Year's resolution knots. As far as we had, we were going to go through a couple little things I had here. I want to go back to this little picture here. Scott, he loves to cook, and he made this last week.
I made that. That was actually, I had people over for Christmas dinner, and everybody wanted my, dare I say, famous stuffed peppers. So I
you're
made
a good
stuffed
cook.
peppers.
I've had his cooking. He's good. I
enjoy it. I enjoyed it. It was a great Christmas dinner. We had a lot of fun. Didn't want to do the traditional turkey ham or something else, so we had a great time. So,
so
Linda's thanks, John. Linda's a podcaster, huh?
Yeah, she does. I don't know. Were you doing a live reality show thing? Yeah, she and I are going to do some live reality showcasing things this coming year.
Excellent.
Let me see. My videos.
Just thinking about doing live videos puts knots in my stomach, and my whole body tightens, and my mind goes blank.
Well, you know what? We would love to invite you to come in, and any of you guys, we would be honored and love to have you as our guest here. So anytime you'd like to.
You know what? Yeah. Deanna, I want to tell you something that you kind of gave yourself the answer to that whole thing when you said it. You started with just thinking about.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
What happens is the way you are thinking about it is what creates the knots in the stomach, the body tightening, and the mind going blank. Because it starts with the thought, and if the thought is a negative thought, it will become a negative feeling, which will become a negative physicality, which will become a negative experience. Yeah. So maybe try to adopt that positive thought, like Lynn was talking about at the beginning.
But Scott, that what she may think is negative, or you may think is negative, fear is also excitement. They're both the same feeling. Excitement and fear have the same kind of reaction, the thrill. They're
Right.
both because they're of the unknown, the excitement of the unknown as well. So
Right.
and I do get nervous before I get on camera. I fuddle around, I freak out, and I've done over 200 and 300, over 300. Yeah, over 300 videos, and yeah. So I've done a lot, and it still hasn't changed for me. So yeah, it's just what you go through, and but you just deal with it. So yeah, so we'd love to talk to you about that. And I threw some other stuff in here, and I'm just going to go down the list.
Yeah.
I don't
Go
remember.
through that real quick.
Here we go. You
New
want to
Year's
read that?
resolution is something that goes in one year and out the other. That's perfect. Goes in one year and out the other. That's
Yeah.
great.
Isn't that
That's
great?
great. That's great. How many resolutions were just said and not even attempted? I mean, just think about that. Okay.
Oh, John, you're a sweetheart. I love you, brother. Let's see. And then what else did I have here? Okay, so check this out.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah, please.
You can't go back and change the beginning, but you could start where you are and change the ending. That is entirely true. And that's part of addiction recovery right there. You can't go back and change what has happened. You can't go back and make all that better. But you can start right now where you are to finish the story however you want your story to finish. We're the authors of our own lives, people. If we don't like the ending of the story, the way it's going, stop where you are, rewrite the chapters, and find a new ending that you like.
And can I also say this? Remember, if you don't write your own story, somebody else is going to make up some bullshit about it. So take it, own it, and write it yourself, and be the author and sign it yourself.
Absolutely.
That's what I got to say about that.
Absolutely. You want to show us anything else there, Lynn?
Yeah, I did have this, and I don't know, it's kind of hard to read. Can you guys read that?
These are America's top New Year's resolutions for 2021. And starting at the most popular, working down, was exercise more was one, eat healthier, spend more time with family and friends, lose weight, live more economically or save money, spend less time on social media. Yeah, they while they're Googling all this information, they're saying spend less time on social media, improve performance on the job, which means be a better worker, reduce stress on the job, enjoy your job more, quit smoking, which thank God is moving down the list because less people are smoking. That's good. And finally, cut down on alcohol. I can't argue with that one. I think that's a good thing. But those are all just, get healthier. You got to have some meat and substance behind that to change your thinking to be healthier. Just getting healthier doesn't happen. You've got to have a plan. And to have a plan, you've got to have motivation. And to be motivated, you got to change how you think about things. I mean, that's where it's all at. Adopt an idea for the new year. Stop trying to pick at these little things. Adopt an idea about how you want to live and live that way. And have fun with Lynn and I. Come on the show with us and tell us how you're doing.
Just look at it this way. I've been trying to do this lately, is like, because we pick so many different excuses for everything. And like, you see people play this game and you're like, I don't want to play. And I'm one of them that say, I don't want to play this game, but I've been trying to play this game with myself, and that didn't sound right, but we're still going there. Anywho, shoot, is it time to go yet or what? No. Anyhow.
Well, we've blown past that time, babe. Go ahead. You just tell everybody like it is. So you were doing this with yourself, and what happened?
So anyways, so like, damn it. Here I go again. I just put my big 10-foot in my mouth. Anyways,
it's gonna be about a size 8 ectomy to get that fixed.
You see, Brianna? You see how you get nervous? Yeah, this is one of those times. Okay. So what you do is you hit the end button right now. You just run home. No, but you are home. Anyways, no, seriously. It's one of those things where when you realize the world, or let's say you're going out to dinner and you're going to a dinner that you could have anything, or you're in a cruise where they have every food that you ever loved or never tried, or the best food. And you don't have to worry about the price. Why? Because it's all inclusive. and they'll make it however you want, right? So you don't look at your spouse, you don't look at your family, you don't look at your pocket, you don't have to worry about the money. So the money isn't the object. You can have anything you want, seafood, whatever you want. You don't have to worry about gaining a pound. So you don't have that excuse. You don't have to worry about your cholesterol. You don't have to worry about all these things that you would say you'd worry. My diabetes, my blah, 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 blah. All the excuses are taken away. But still, you sit there and you don't answer the question. The question is, what do you want?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the problem. We never ask ourselves, what do you want? Why? Because we think about all the damn excuses of why we can't have what we want. Stop thinking about the freaking excuses. That's what I'm working on. Don't worry about the excuses. Seriously thinking about what you want first. Forget about anybody else. Think about what you want first. And then everything else will work out.
You know what's amazing, Lynn? You ask a 5-year-old child either what do you want or what makes you happy, and they got a million answers. Mm-hmm. Ice cream, pizza, boogers, TV, cartoons, Superman. They'll just start rattling off things that make them happy or things that they want. You ask an adult, what do you want or what makes you happy? This is the saddest situation because it happens all the time when I'm teaching. What makes you happy? And I look at the adults and immediately the wheels start spinning and they're looking for the right answer. Not their answer, not the truth. They're looking for what should I say that's going to make me sound the smartest or the best? What should I say about what I want or what makes me happy? Instead of just saying, what makes me happy? I don't know. Watching TV makes me happy, and listening to music makes me happy, and pizza makes me happy, and hopefully not boogers anymore. But we don't answer honestly. We don't know ourselves anymore, Lynn. That's one of the biggest problems. We don't know what we want because we don't even know who we are anymore. What we've become is we've become the shell of something that somebody else created or an idea of something somebody else created instead of just being ourselves. Yep. If we were truly ourselves, when you walk up to somebody that says, what do you want for your life? They'll be able to sit there and just tell you. But people can't because they want to know what the right answer is, not what the truth is.
And, I share this with you guys because you guys are at the beginning of my metamorphosis of what I'm going through. And I'm sharing a little bit. You guys have been with us for a little bit here. And I feel like this is a place to put this down with you guys. And that is that, we do have to let go of the things of what we've been able to do in the past and achieve in the past, because we do go through seasons and we do change. But sometimes we realize that with those changes, we can't do what we used to do. And we have to modify what we've done or what we, do. And I've been blessed many times from the things I've been through in my life to still live as long as I have. And I've allowed my quality of life to diminish to a point where I'm just happy to just exist, to see the grandkids, to do things like that. Got out of my comfort zone, got out of my house, got out of whatever, but now I'm just facing some health issues that I'm just addressing. And hopefully, and I've got tests and CAT scans and things to go through. And not going to lie, they're just, I probably have waited too long to deal with some of these things. I just have a lot of swelling in my body that they're hopefully going to be able to take care of. And I personally was treating myself like a fat girl. I was not being very freaking nice to me. I knew it was swelling and I just knew that, but I was just hoping that I could handle it myself. So I'm dealing with that. But what I'm saying is sometimes we are just not kind to ourselves. And sometimes, hi, Steve, thanks for being here. And so sometimes we have to realize we still have to ask ourselves, for whatever time we have here, what do we want? And forget about what or how you can do it. Because let me tell you, I shouldn't have been able to travel the way I did. Now it was hard. By the time I got here, I kind of crashed. But I did more than what doctors thought I could have done when I did it. And I am going to continue to just do what I can do. But I'm at the point of what do I want? Forget about the excuses anymore. I can have and do whatever I want because mindset says to me that, you know what? I don't give a shit what they said. I was able to walk further for a little while. I was able to do things while I was on my trip. So Lynn, you can fucking do it and you're going to do it. So I push that. I will do my mindset for as far as I have to go. So I've proven that to myself. But now I'm at that buffet. I'm at that health place of Lynn, forget about whatever. What do I want? And so I ask you guys to do the same for you.
There you go.
Ask yourself, what do you want? Forget about New Year's resolutions or whatever. take time for yourself and ask yourself, what do you want? And from there, reverse engineer what you want. Forget about the people that don't support your dreams, that don't support your vision. Let them be. Don't tell them what you want that way. Keep it to yourself, but still work on those things. I always said I was going to write a book. I knew the title of the book, but I never wrote anything down till April 15th. I said I was going to do it. 3 weeks later, I published it. It wasn't perfect, but I did it. The point is that if you say you're going to do something, keep your word to yourself, because I guarantee when you make a promise to your kids or somebody, you keep it to them. So why don't you keep it to yourself? And keep a promise to yourself and ask yourself, what do you want? Because if you can't, because I guarantee if your mama, your daddy, your loved one, or somebody, you ask them what they want, you'll give them what they want. So why don't you do it for yourselves?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we need to share this with Steve is with us. And Steve, thanks for tuning in, brother. Top 3 New Year's resolutions should be, he's saying should be a better person, a better friend, and a volunteer, and volunteer more. What else can you say? What else can you say than that?
Thank you guys for not dropping off and listening to my rant, but it was just that came from the bottom of my heart, and I hope that helps somebody else. So
listen, we're all going through whatever we're going to go through. If we're not going through it today, we're going to go through it tomorrow. Yeah. And the only thing that keeps us kind of like bolted to this mortal coil is our desire to live the life that we have built for ourselves. Yeah. And if you're not living that life right now, you better do something about it. Do something about it. If you don't like the way your life is right now, I got the perfect solution, because everybody wants to blame somebody, Lynn, right? Everybody wants to blame somebody. I got the perfect person for you to blame. I want you to go into the bathroom, turn on the light, look in the mirror, in the mirror. Because at the end of the day, if you're not living the life that you should be living, it's because you haven't decided that you're going to live that life. Right. This year, here's a new idea. Live the life I'm supposed to live. Yeah. Be the person I'm supposed to be. Be happy.
Respect yourself.
Respect yourself, and you'll respect others. Yeah. Love yourself, and you can love others. Yeah. Care about yourself, you can care for others. And you know what? Learn about yourself, and you'll learn so much more about others. Don't learn about others and then try to make it work for you. Learn about you, and then you'll learn about other people too. Yeah. Yeah. And it's a cool thing. Lynn, we were going to do a half-hour show, weren't we?
Yeah, but Steve's here. He's still awake.
Holy shit!
I think
we
he's
just keep going.
So,
this has been so good.
You guys, thank you so much for being here. I want to wish you guys a happy New Year. I think I'm doing a show with Cheryl tomorrow, and then we're off till next year. So
I was trying to think, is there a New Year's song? I guess it's Old Lang Syne, but
yeah,
there's really not. It's not like
Michael's still awake.
Mike is still awake. Good, Mike.
He's in Colorado. Aw, well,
Deanna, thank you.
This is so awesome.
Thank you, because Lynn and I could just talk on the phone if we wanted to just rant. But having you guys here gives us an opportunity to share some of our rantings and to hear yours too, and to hear your ideas. And it's important to us. It's really important to us that you guys have a voice. As we see, it means all of us, not just her and I.
I think Scott and our trio, Teresa, I don't see her here, but she's in my heart tonight. Let her know I'm thinking of her. But I think Scott and I really want to make a great community, a united community among the people that we know, because we are passionate about caring for others and being there for people and of service. And I mean, I think between me and him, we've got everybody's back covered. And we just know that whatever knowledge and nuggets we can give you guys to elevate you, because it's one thing that Scott and we can like read each other. We know what we're talking about. We don't even need to whatever. But I think the problem, Scott, is there's so many people that still need the wisdom or the little things so that they can elevate to be at that level. We need more people to elevate and be the little pieces that they're missing to be at the level that they see the things that we're at. You know what I mean? To feel and to know, because we all are lost and we're just all learning. We just have extra little tools that we've learned to help us. Like I said, just sitting there and realizing when the whole, what do we want, without the excuses, and realize the important skill of just asking yourself, don't worry about everything's taken care of. Everything's inclusive. No, don't worry about the bill. Don't worry, all those, don't worry about that. But what do you ask yourself? And then, because everything is possible. Everything is possible.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, Lynn, she's very
Aw,
motivational. Yeah.
aw.
Yeah, which
Thank
means
you,
she will
Steve.
kick your ass to get you moving. That's what he means. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly
It's like,
she will nag at you until you get moving. That's no.
it's
Lynn, we're at the end of a show. We're at the end of a
yes,
year. We're going into again, this show is in its infancy. We've only done a handful of them, and next year we're hoping to maybe even expand a little bit and do more.
yes.
But I guess this would be an appropriate time for each of us to kind of share our hopes for everyone in coming into New Year. What would you like to share your hopes for everyone out there, or your maybe a thought to go into the New Year with?
My hope for you guys is to know that this next year is going to be challenging for all of us because I will tell you this because I'm in social media and I know social media very well and marketing and everything. There's going to be a big shift with Facebook and media, and it's going to be very difficult to find people. So grab their emails and their phone numbers and keep in contact with people because with sicknesses and just platform blackouts and different things that are happening and YouTube and this and that. And I am working on getting us a TV network, Lynn Serrano TV network. There's a lot of things going on in the world that are going to change. There's no doubt about it. Because one thing that is constant with the world is change. But one thing that is for sure, to have faith and trust that the people that are supposed to be in your life will always find a way, like Scott and I, 6th grade, 11th grade, 40 years later, and we're still here. We're connected. Steve Shope, the same thing. John Coleman, the same thing. I'm in Montana. They're in New York. He's in Florida. It goes to show you, it gives me chills. But I will tell you that we are in each other's lives for a reason. There's a season. And I'm telling you that when you have people that are so of the mindset of loving each other, despite differences or anything except for respect, collectively, we can elevate what the world needs. And that is a lot of love, a lot of compassion, and trying to understand what we don't understand. Because believe it or not, we all don't know everything because we don't know what we don't know. And so I'm Lynn, I'm done, and I wish you the very best in 22.
Lynn, I would like to, I'd like to tell you I have chills too, like, all of us coming back together. But because I'm the only one who chose the warmer climate, I don't get chills. I'm actually quite warm down here right now.
Smart ass.
Sorry, guys. You could have left. My love to you all going into the new year. But what I'm really hoping for is that that you find the love within yourself and you find the abundance that you could share with others. And more importantly, and it's kind of a little bit off of what Lynn was saying right at the end, it's I hope that as we're ringing out this year and as the ball is going down, we'll take the cup that we have. Our cup is our knowledge. Our cup is our thoughts and our belief system. And we'll pour a little bit out and we'll make room for new ideas. A wise man once said, you cannot add anything to a cup that is full. Empty it out a little bit. Let a few things go. Let a few old ideas go. Let some things trickle away, just like 2021 is going to fade away. Let some of those old ideas fade away. Make room in your cup for new ideas, new thoughts, new actions, and you'll be amazed at what you'll find. You'll be amazed. My wish for everybody is to be happy, healthy, and that all of us can walk in and look in the mirror, and instead of being upset with ourselves for where our life is at, is be able to look ourselves in the eye and say, "Well done." And that's what I hope for all of you. I love everyone out there. You guys, God bless you, and have a great New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Be safe. Be safe, though.
Yes.
Be safe.
You stay right there, Scott. I love you guys. I'm gonna do our intro as our outro. Oh, amen, Scott. There we go. Many blessings. Thank you guys. You guys are the best. We're loving this. I know it gives us energy and happiness. So love you guys.
Grab your friends.